Alright, I'm gonna have to say goodbye. Emote only. Boom. Yeah, what
Somebody's.
are you gonna do now? Wait, I didn't get good luck.
Alright, no ralex audio. Anyways, everybody, welcome to the Super Metroid Map Rando Ammo Balanced Tournament. This is going to be Ralex versus technowaffle. I believe this is round 2. So what this ammo balanced means is that the first pickup of all types is going to give 5 ammo, and 1 to the other types, and then anything after that is going to give 3 to the pickups, and only 1 to the other 2. So if I pick up missiles, I'm going to have 5 missiles. The next missile pack I pick up, I will have 8 missiles, because I added 3. And any leftover will be sent when I pick up that type of ammo type. It's a little interesting tidbit. This definitely favors picking up more ammo than leaning towards charge. So we'll see a collectathon probably, unless we get charge in like plasma early or something. Pretty quick start to the race though. Timer's synced enough where I don't really want to fix that. So we're going to start off with Space Jump. There's our can fly. So now we're looking at rooms, maybe Coliseum, maybe Landing Site, Indiana Jones. But for now we're exploring. There you go. There's our Coliseum. Head right across for our progression. And we get our super missiles. We now have 5 super missiles. Oh yeah, I didn't introduce myself. I'm the Divine. I'm going to be commentating today for this best of 3. And Luna is going to be tracking for our best of 3 as well. Shoutouts to trackers, lifeblood of the tournament. Couldn't do anything without tracking. Show them some love in chat. So, we got a save, we got our super missiles, and we've got Space Jump. Where do we head to next? Looks like both racers know where a super door is, so we're gonna head right over. Oh, it's just a regular missile door, but it is going to require a super missile, so this is our potential progression. On the other side, oof, we find Rising Tide. I believe we could get through that with 99 HP, but that's not going to be logical. So you're going to see our racers head back up to the top of the elevator. Yep, we're going to have to squeeze through this gap here. This is a 2-tile gap that we're just going to have to squeeze through. This is in hard logic. You can always wiggle out like Techno is right now if you miss it. Pretty easy. All you have to do is you're going to be crouched and you're going to look to the left, and then you're going to tap ankle up and then quickly let go and tap to the right. Very quickly. It'll cancel the turnaround animation, or it'll cancel the ankle animation and turn you around and give you just like a couple of pixels of movement. Space is our next major. Speed is our next major, which we have... Do we have any place for speed? I'm sure we did. It's not going to do Rising Tide for us, but... Oh, we can wiggle out still. Alright, we're through. There's gotta be something that we had to do with speed. Wasn't paying attention. Surely Rising Tide is not the end. Oh, we have a tank though. Yeah, with the tank we can do Rising Tide. Let me recrop Ralex real quick. Missing some info on that screen. There we go. Alright, Wreck Ship Shaft is our next placement. But we don't have morph. I was gonna say I'd check that out real quick, but we don't have morph. Parlor it is. Is it a Fantoon map or is it not a Fantoon map? It's not. Woo, free map, let's go. Okay, so we do have a major right here at the top of Parlor. Ralex is known for not pausing very often and pausing very quickly, so if you didn't catch it, don't worry, because neither did I. That's what it's likely going to be for the most of this seed, but we did get morph here. Another tank, and then it looks like we could go down main hall and get whatever's to the left of main hall. There was a X there, I believe. Might be our power bombs, where we can continue to blind into Brinstar. Interesting. No, don't go through. That's the one way. Alright, Techno is catching back up here, though. We get bombs here. Okay, so that's our progression. We can go get spooky missiles now. Just gotta be sure not to die here. These key hunters are gonna do 20 damage a pop. Be a little bit careful with exploring here. Heated rooms are going to be very close to killing you. We get one more heated room before we die, probably. We can't go for this map. We might be able to get this map. It'll be iffy. I was thinking that we might have a door block in our way. It was a super door, and can we get down? Oh, yep. Nope, we're not getting that map yet. Alright, so that is bombs reset for Ralex. He does, however, know the correct way to go. No more bombs on Ralex. Although he's about to pick them up very shortly. It's not too much of a problem that they're not there. I suspect, I mean, he should turn around to Wreck Ship Shaft here. As much as that map is very useful, I think it is more useful to know what was in Spooky Missiles. It's also a pretty good save. But we're gonna see Ralex keep going. Blinding a little bit. Looks like Techno might also go for the map here. We are able to make it to the map here, so information will be very nice. Techno will not have the badness of dying, or he's not going for the map. Okay, he is. He just didn't know that it was here. Alright. Get a nice save for Ralex here before probably blinding for the map. I think this is still well worth it for Techno here for this map. Let's see what we have in Brinstar. We have the ship, we have another major, we have a couple of majors, 1, 2, 3, 4 majors. Only one of them looks accessible to us currently. Although we technically could have gotten the one in Batoon E-Tank possibly with a nice little spark. I'm a little concerned here for Ralex, though I do see PBs. I don't know if this much blinding is worth it. So as you can see here in our ammo balanced, Ralex picked up PBs and he got 5 for that, and then he got 1 for having... He got 1 super missile for having the PBs, and he got 1 PB for having the super missile. Nice little... You get a little bonus for collecting. This does incentivize picking up more ammo, but it does make each pack less worth it. So, finding 2 packs of super missiles is basically just having 1 pack of super missiles normally. All right, we can go get that. We can definitely go get that major air and Batoon E-Tank now. It'll be a little tricky to get it, but I think that's our next step in progression. There's a couple of other majors over there that we probably want too. Oh, there's a bunch of majors there. You would be a fool to not go get those. As harrowing as the trip looks, I think you have to go. And the fact that it kind of stinks that Ridley's over there, because you don't really want to go near Ridley unless you can kill him, but you should also be looking for your Batoon E-Tank. Is BB locked through Morph Ballroom? Yes, it is, but we do have PBs for Ralex. Techno's gonna go get the BBs now that are locked. That are down at the bottom of bottom of climb. And then he's gonna go get that major. See Ralex pick up ice here. Techno not going for the PBs? I think he's a little confused. Or forgot to get them. Please get the PBs. Waffle, no, please, they're right there. Or they're, never mind. They're a little bit up. I thought they were that direction right there. But he's going to need at least 1 super to be able to get those. What room did Ralex do that woke up the planet? Oh, yeah, right over here. He did a mini crate. Bombs does not wake planet. The only thing that wakes planet is killing pirates. That and only that will wake up the... So even in vanilla, that only wakes up Morph Ballroom. Or not Morph Ballroom, the Pit Pirates. It does not wake up the planet, I believe. In order to wake up pirates, you have to kill or wake up the planet, you have to kill pirates in map Rando. Ooh, takes a side hopper death there for Ralex. I don't know if that's too terrible. He's going to be able to get whatever majors are over here, probably. It's grapple, okay. grapple not the most useful major at the moment? Am I filling up for all 6 hours of comms? Well, we'll find out, won't we? I'm gonna be drinking plenty. I already ate right before, so we'll see. We'll see if 6 hours of comms is on the plate. If my voice survives, we'll find out. Yeah, thank you, thank you. Yes, ice plasma. So all pirate rooms is essentially what that says. Yeah. Shoutouts to Luna. Based tracking for 6 hours as well. Well, potential 6 hours or more. Make sure you follow our racers and our commentators and trackers. Couldn't do much without them, gonna be quite honest. These races wouldn't be nearly as exciting without them. Excuse me. Oh gosh, yeah, and right before this I also did a race, so we had more than 6 hours. You know what? It's all for a good cause. Alright, Ralex making his way. Let's see if he's still... I think he still is talking, so unfortunately his audio is not going to be available until afterwards, but... Alright, our runners are tied up here. We're gonna be about to be entering the same room, headed towards the major on the other side of Botwy and E-Tank, in Botwy and E-Tank, and then the ones after that as well. Now we're tied right back up. Ooh, Waffle. Slight lead. Well, you don't want to be tanking hits. I can tell you that much right now. Ooh, 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 ooh. Okay. Makes it past by the skin of his teeth. Oh, jeez, man. So, unfortunately, I think one of the better ways that might have been able... I mean, you should have had your supers out and killed them. But, besides that, if you didn't do that, you should have just not woken the planet, if possible. But, that would mean you don't have grapple. So you just should have killed them with supers. Alex doing an amazing job to not get hit this time. Now let's go see what's in Botwy and E-Tank. Four shots. Looks good enough. Plasmers. Not really what we're looking for. So we're just gonna continue on through. Which means that was, well, I mean, all beams are filler. But that does not mean that they can't be progression. So the ice beam actually allowed for us to get over here into Pit Pirates as well. Which is likely to be progression. Okay, well, it's another beam. Yeah, players are basically right next to each other at this point. Same room. Not leaving. Techna has a little bit more health. So we're likely to find either another beam or actual progression here. We find Spring Ball and Charge. Okay, so that's Charge Waste Plasma. Full beam combo that we need 900 damage. But we also find Spring Ball, which is very interesting, meaning that is likely to be our next set of progression, or this was all filler. But in order for Spring Ball to have been filler, that means that we would have already need all the movement that we need to get through water, which is not likely the case. Although with Grapple, technically, all of that could have been filler. Which is pretty interesting, that could have all been filler. Which you don't see very often. You think, oh, there's like four majors here. Surely they can't all be filler. Well, they might have been. Both players here trying to just run through the wall. It didn't work. But, oops, all filler. That is the case. Yes, very much so. Players taking different routes here to get back. I think I like Ralex's a little bit more because it comes with a save. However, the runners really shouldn't be resetting at this point, so... the only time that you really want to use a pivot save is when you are probably going into a new region, or you're going somewhere very far away. So I don't know how much that save is actually gonna matter here. That save is way out in the middle of nowhere, or that major's way out in the middle of nowhere. On the other side of Leodox. It could be... It's likely not progression. I don't remember the rooms in between. Excuse me. Ooh, this is a great start to our 6 hours of comms, isn't it? So our last real set of progression was likely Spring Ball, meaning that whatever we need for our next set of progression is going to require Spring Ball. So since that didn't require Spring Ball, that's probably Spazer, if I had to take a guess. So now we're just on to new regions here. Just exploring. Finding a lot of E-tanks here. Okay, looks like map is top right, I think. So typically, the general rule of thumb when you are trying to get to maps is that you want to take vertical rooms before horizontal rooms, because there are far less vertical rooms than there are horizontal rooms. So in this case, it looks like Techno is going up, which is the correct choice, unless you need gravity to get to this map, which is very possible. Okay, wait, nope, I incorrectly saw the map. So it looks like Ralex is going the right direction, and I think I have these runners mixed up, and I think I said Waffle was going the right way. It was actually Ralex that was going the right way. Never know, yeah. Techno gonna get the Brinstar map while Ralex potentially gets the Turian map. Okay, what do we find in Criteria? We find Mother Brain and a Criteria entrance. I'm saying a whole bunch of words, but I don't think like half the words that I'm saying are correct at the moment. Having a little bit of brain farts. I'm just saying words because that's what I do as a commentator. And that's what people listen to. Yeah. I'm just saying words at this point. Words, words, words. Words Sayer 17. 2 plus 2 equals 4 to bring up the truth ratio. Yeah, unless you're in binary. Or tertiary. And then I don't think 2 + 2 = 4. Shoutouts to people who know math lingo. Okay, Turian. Some X's. And I think, what was that, a wreck ship entrance? 3 wreck ship entrances? So looks like Bryn isn't all that useful. So what else do we have to look through? Criteria, and have we seen I don't think we've seen Meridia. So Meridia and Criteria are where we're gonna have to go to for our final bosses and whatnot. So Techno, breaking logic a little bit here. Without high jump, these max height springball jumps are not logic. So going into Criteria without logic, so he can get up here, but he has to super the crab so it falls, and then he can freeze it. This is still doable. This is not the end of the world for him. You see him prepping a super here. Super, as soon as he gets in here, makes the crab fall. Freezes it, and now he can get up. We do have to remember that this is out of logic. However, he really only needs Varia at this point. Which grabless spring balls are in logic? There are a couple. But they're very highly dependent on where exactly you are. I couldn't tell you which ones right now. Spring ball jumps, not just spring balls. Slight distinction, because that is a distinction that kind of needs to be made. There are a couple of ones here and there. I can't think of one on the spot. However, I'd have to look at, like, the map real quick of spring ball jump. Are there any that actually matter? Yes. So Meridia Tube spring ball jumps are an example of ones that are in hard logic without high jump. And then I don't really think there's much else. Technically with ice, you could do plasma spark, spring ball jumps with ice to get up there as well. That's another set of spring ball jumps without high jump that are in logic. Anyways, for now, Techno continuing to explore criteria. 10 + 10 = 100 in binary. Yes, 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 it does. Am I sure about Meridia Tube? I believe so. Cross some speedy jump, Suitless spring ball. Yep, suitless spring ball. Yep. It can be done with a crouch jump or an unmorph. Well, actually, that's me checking from top platform to door. Let me check 5 to top platform just to be sure. Suitless base, suitless. Can tricky spring ball jump. Yeah. I believe so, yeah. Seeing a Fantoon fight here on technowaffle side. This is Criteria, I believe. Ternary memes have arrived. Oh no. Anything but ternary. See, all you have to do is, like, start speaking nerd and all the nerds appear. My people have summoned me. Oh, and there's Nito. Alright. Welcome in, chatters. Techno did Fantoon but didn't get the map. Oh, it's probably because it's in, yeah, it's in West Ocean. Makes sense. Ralex spike suiting again. Nice spike suit. I believe this is for the Meridia map. Wait, yeah, since when does Nito arrive? An emote. Oh, heck yeah. So, with Ice, Spring Ball, and Max Spring Ball height jumps, you can get up, Main Street here. Not hard logic, but you can get up. Let's see if Ralex chooses to do so. I very much doubt that this is going to be the choice, but we will find out. What is he doing over here? Ralex, what in the heck are you doing? Alright, so it is a risky endeavor for Ralex to go for this map. So he has options. Oh, that's true. Yeah, you want to be able to spark out. I feel like most... Yeah, so if it was Everest, he wouldn't have been able to make it back up. Oh, no, he could have. He could... Any room that was, he could have made it out. So... A little strange, but he needs this room to be not water, or he needs the bottom left door to also be not water in order to have a chance of making it back here. Otherwise, he will not be able to make it back. Okay, not water. He can unmorph as he goes through the transition to reset his fall speed and make it to the right in Fish Tank. He may end up just resetting a major, 2, 3 majors. Honestly, is it worth it? We know that Techno has found Varia in Criteria. He probably found it. I'm not entirely sure where he found it. But it looks like we now know where all the bosses are, and Techno is going to finish the seed up pretty fast, probably. Does not have gravity, but shouldn't be a problem. Actually, what was the... Yeah, so, even without gravity, Techno can probably do a a grapple jump all the way up from Dragon's room. Fire fleas in C. Alright, thank you. So, Waffle should have no problem killing Dre, making out, and then proceeding on to Ridley here. Yeah, so we haven't seen X-ray yet. So we're likely to see gravity over here in Wreck Ship. Or not Wreck Ship, Meridia. Because technically you would need either high jump or gravity to get to Criteria, which is basically holding the rest of the majors hostage. So if I had to guess, yeah, either high jump or gravity for at least one of those majors. Unfortunately for Ralex, Techno has just decided to skip Meridia altogether, and there was nothing good in Meridia. Who's leading? Techno is leading by a very large margin. As you're about to see, he's going to have 3 bosses to Ralex's 0 bosses. It just so happened that Techno went to the right zone and Ralex did not. I would say it's a little bit of 50-50, but it's not really a 50-50. Techno decided to break logic, and it paid off. Yeah, screw attack, figured it was something not useful. Yeah, he went to Criteria out of logic by doing some max height springball jumps in Oasis. Meanwhile, Ralex went to the logical zone that was Meridia, which ended up being nothing. But I also believe that Techno went to do Fantoon before Ralex. I don't think Ralex has Fantoon done. So Ralex did not go to... I believe Fantoon was Brinstar or Wreck Ship. One of those 2 zones. I'm sure chat will tell me which, because they pay attention more than I do. And so I don't think Ralex had the information necessarily to go to C. He just went to the zone that was available to him, which was Meridia, which in this case ended up being a bust. So, don't always follow logic, kids, but for the most part, you should be following logic. I don't... Oh, Fantoon was C. Yes, Fantoon was C. So, for whatever reason, Ralex did not get B map? No, it wasn't B map. What map was it that let us see Criteria? Or Ralex just chose Criteria, or Meridia, because Techno decided to break logic. Break logic responsibly. Yes.
Remember to break logic responsibly, kids.
Always make sure you have a designated... I don't know, something that's funny. A designated mentor. What's give me a second. I gotta look something up, guys. I don't think I can make a funny pun on this. I was thinking of a way that I could like make a pun on Dare with logic, but there's no way to do it, unfortunately. Ralex finding the logical wow, both high jump and gravity here, which is gonna get him into Criteria, both in the same spot, which kind of stinks, but it is. Logic abuse resistance education. I don't know. That layer doesn't really work. So, the question is, chat, does Techno finish the seed before Ralex gets a single boss, or no? Because, it's kind of looking like Techno might just finish before Ralex gets anything. If I'm being quite honest. This is gonna be Spazer.
Best be. Hype.
Oh my god. He's gonna JV 5. Ralex. Not even JV 5, he's just gonna 5 stock. Ralex. Four stock him, not 5 stock. Sorry, what am I talking about? Me getting my melee wrong. How dare I? I think Techno might know where Ridley is, if I had to guess. Okay, so right now Techno is 4 stocking Ralex, but if Ralex gets 1 off, or is in the middle of 1, it could be a JV 4 stock. Now, you know, I'm not seeing Ridley. Ridley's not here on the map. You know, I never really... I mean, I guess there's a good... There's probably a pretty decent overlap between Melee players and Super Metroid players, if I had to guess. Because I know quite a people who play Smash in this SM community. The question is, though, chat, which is the best Super Smash Bros? And there's only one correct answer here. And I swear to God, if any of you say Brawl, I'ma absolutely lose it. Okay, we're seeing a Project Plus, we're seeing Brawl. We're seeing Menace, you're dead to me. Ultimate, 64, Melee. Melee. Brawl. If I could ban people, I'd ban them. See, in my opinion, Melee is just like the epitome. Wow, words, can I say them? Is like the epitome of, you know, like the most technical fighting game that you could probably get. But it's just so dang hard, man. It's so hard. At the highest level, I think it's just like the hardest that there is. So in terms of like casual enjoyment, probably Ultimate. But man, do I miss Project M. 07's in chat for Project M. Did my chat break, or is just nobody speaking? Chat, hello? Testing, testing? There you go. Just play Project Plus. Yeah, but you know, I used to, yeah, did we get nuked by Nintendo? I said Project M, and Nintendo was just like, press the button! What happened with Ralex? Ralex didn't go to the right zone, and that's about it. I did ring. All right. So now that we've established people's favorite Super Smash Bros, who's your favorite Smash Bros player? You can think of like your favorite in terms of the best player that you know of, or you can think of like the funniest meme person that you know of. I want a player, not character, player. So in my opinion, like the #1 funniest person that I know of is like, if you think of backstories, is obviously Mewtwo King, because he's just like, the stories that you hear about him are just legendary. But in terms of like people that I grew up watching, I'd have to say Chudat. Chudat is so funny. Classic. Anyways, guess the escape timer. I have no idea where ship is. So it's not a 4-stock. I'm gonna say 1 minute and 10 seconds. Empty? Dude, you commandeered your hotel room at Vivo? Like, that's not the first time that I've heard that. Horse Girly Sports. Like, that's just not the first time I've heard that. I wouldn't be surprised if there were many more stories. 1 minute 5 seconds for me. Oh no, it's the same zone, so it's gonna be like 35. 2:15? What in the world? What? Your hotel room and told Peach players to come and play all night? Oh my god. I think my favorite story about Mewtwo King had to be the one with Scar, and how Scar's dad decided to bring Mewtwo King home, and during the middle of the directions, Mewtwo King was just like, and stop at McDonald's and order me chicken nuggets. Guy's just a legend, man. Oh no. One second. Alright, looks like Technowaffle's finishing up here with an official race time of 48 minutes and 56 seconds. Taking game 1. Welcome back, everybody. It's time for game 2 of Ralex versus Technowaffle. technowaffle taking game 1 in this best of 3 in the Super Metroid Map Rando Ammo Balance Tournament. Gosh, it's always such a mouthful in any of the tournaments that we do. Thank you all for waiting. We're about to hop right back into it. For those of you who don't know about what exactly this is, the first of each ammo type that you're going to pick up is going to be worth 5. So if I pick up PBs, I'm going to get 5 PBs. Any subsequent pickup will be worth 3. And subsequent pickups will also give 1 of each of the other ammo types, including when we start with the first one. So if I pick up PBs and then I pick up super missiles, I'm going to have 6 of each because I picked up 5 for the first time, and then I get 1 for the other ammo pack that I picked up. It'll make more sense when you see it, but our racers are starting off here in, I think, West Ocean that we saw? West Ocean, yep. Get a quick save here in what looks like Red Tower. Alright. Alright, looks like we found... That's Fantoon, maybe? It was a boss. I didn't see. Currently, we're looking for the most important major in the game, which is... Chat, say it with me. Morph. We're looking for Morph. Spazer, yes, sorry. Spazer, yep, the best major in the game. Most important major in the game. Can't finish the seed without Spazer. Oh my gosh. And we have a baby seed starting off with Varia. Let me turn up Ralex's audio a little bit. It's a little low. Alright, so with Varia, Ralex is now able to go get these super missiles and to not go through because he wouldn't be able to make it back. Well, I mean, he could make it back, but he would only have 5 chances at the gate glitch. Choosing not to save, because, I mean, you have Varia, you're probably not going to die. The only time I would take a save here is if I was very concerned about the amount of supers that were going to be able to drop and how many I had to use. For Alex, you're not going to see him pausing a lot. Techno, you might pause a little bit more, but probably not all that much. So Priorum. So before we patched it mid-tournament, you technically only got 3 for each of them, but we had a seed which was unbeatable in hard logic, because they only received 3 power bombs, but they needed to go back and forth in Morph Hallway, and that was not able to be done with only 3 power bombs. So they had to change it in order to prevent unbeatable seeds in hard logic. Because technically that seed was able to be beaten, but it required a lot of higher level tricks that are not required of the racers. So a nice little quality of life change for the first pack, making the first pack a little bit more important than the rest of the packs. But overall, shouldn't really be changing things in the grand scheme of it all. Would that still make just enough ammo green gate glitches out of logic if you happen to only get supers? So the requirement for green gate glitches are 15 supers, 15 of the ammo type, and it's at a collection rate of 70%, so I think you would have to have access to 25 supers, and so that you had 15. And which case you would still have, so that's, you need 3 packs, you would have 9 supers, or 5 plus, you'd have 11 supers. 11 supers to open up Green Gate glitches, and typically you're never going to be using 11 supers without finding some sort of farm for supers, so it should not change anything in that case. So in tricky, you are in specifically hard tricky. There's an ammo collection rate of 70%. So if there are, I'm gonna say, if there are 100 supers available, you should it would take into account in logic you collecting 70 supers, in order to get to wherever you need to go or do whatever you need to do. That is very, like, obviously there aren't 100 supers, but easy numbers, easy rounding. So that in particular can be why sometimes charge is undervalued. But in this case, because you receive less supers per pack, it's more beneficial to get basically everything that you see, because even like regular missiles are still going to give you a super missile. In the only case where I'd say you probably don't want to pick up as many super missiles as possible, or as many missiles, is when you get charge and a good beam early, like plasma. Because you can fire 1 charge shot per second-ish, just about that. It takes 60 frames, or 1 second, to charge up a charge shot, and then you have to release it and start charging the next one, which is going to take a couple of frames, who knows. And you can fire 3 super shots per second. So in 2 seconds, so it's like 1.5 times the damage, or 2 times the damage, or something. It's far more beneficial to have super shots than it is charge shots. So typically you do want to pick up charge shots no matter, or supers no matter what. However, going out of your way to pick up a singular missile that gives you 1 super shot is not as beneficial as having a high damage beam. But in order to get above 600 damage per beam, you need at least charge, ice, and plasma, which can be easy to get, can be not easy to get, you never know. Anyways, back to the race. Enough tech-splaining. Let's see what's going on here. We have wave. Okay, very nice, very interesting. That makes our green gate, that makes our blue gates now logical, and we also can look at the bottom of West Ocean here. What do we find? Some missiles. Okay, missiles are nice for Fantoon, so we don't have to super Fantoon. I mean, yes. Bug here, sorry for extra noises. Caution doors are not to be trifled with, although with the most caution doors that you want to be very cautious of are the downward facing ones, because those are most likely to put you into water and not allow you to get back up. Otherwise, I wouldn't really care with Varia if I saw some sideways caution doors. Because I don't believe any of the sideways caution doors are going to keep you from getting back up with Varia. So you should be pretty fine with that. Yes, the rights, well, yes, Ice Beam gate room, but you can get back up if you're spin jumping, and you can spin jump back up. So yeah, if you're going to the right, go a little bit slower, because you can accidentally fall in Ice Beam game or ice gates and not be able to make it up. but I don't remember what door he turned around from. I don't know what kind of door it was, left, right, up, down. But you don't need to be that cautious of left-facing gates. CWJ! CWJ! You're not going to see a CWJ, by the way. If we did, I'd be extremely surprised because breaking logic. What do we see? Anything good? Anything good? Anything good? Ooh, haven't gone down Caterpillar off. I was left not worst room in the game, but the other one, second names. Is it the one with the pirates in it? That would be Pre-Pillars. Probably Pre-Pillars. That one can be a little bit tricky, but there are definitely some rooms that you want to be careful of. I guess Yoink Room is also a left-facing door that you want to be careful of. You don't want to get yoinked. But for the most part, I believe runners of these calibers, not calibers, should be relatively okay with going through caution doors. Shouldn't be too much of trouble for them. We're gonna see Ralex taking on Fantoon here. I missed if it was a fast for the first round. It looks like we have a mid for the second round. It's pretty good Dopplers. You always want to leave at least 1 or 2 missiles for Fantoon for next round when you have such low missiles, so that you can always get him to go to the next round and he's not stuck, untargetable, unhittable for a good portion of time. Looks like maybe 1 more round for Alex here. I don't know if Fantoon's red enough yet. Yeah, there you go. Very nice Fantoon fight by Ralex. Alright, Techno going down Caterpillar Rim here. Let's see if we have anything good. We are down into... I forget the name of this room. Oh god, it's like... I don't remember. I'll call it pre-ice room. Probably a good enough name for it. Considering that it is the room before ice. Ice Beam Snake Room. That it is. That it is. Oh, alrighty then. So I'd say Ralex is in the lead so far. Pretty nice starting. He's also gonna get this Turian map. Let's see if anything else is in Turian. Ooh, 1, 2, 3 majors. I see at least 3 majors and 3 E-tanks. I hope you guys didn't blink because I did, and I only saw a very small portion of that map. Let me see if I can... Whoop. Okay, there's also 2 more majors in bowling, 2 majors in aqueduct, and 1 major in a sandpit. So we're likely to see this major right here for Ralex. Here's hoping that it's speed so we can get the other major. Oh, this is risky. Okay. We can get the other major. They didn't do Fantoon earlier, likely because they did not have missiles. And trying to find... What's the VOD on the race? That was, it was Nito versus username? No, it was Mo versus username. Mo versus username, I believe. I don't know if it's, yeah, right? Mo versus username. Username went back and beat that seed afterwards. What we're likely to see here. Wow. Yeah, you need spring to leave with blue. Although technically, if you got a very, very, very short, low speed blue, you might be able to make it, but I don't think you could. I don't think you can go slow enough to keep the blue. Yeah, you can't go slow enough to get that blue. You'd have to be very, very, very slow to get through that 2-tile gap, and there's just no way. So we're looking for some way to, yeah, like Baby So. Oh, Nito, don't give me any ideas. We do not have a way to get any of those majors and get out. That's very interesting. We are looking for gravity. We are looking for high jump. We are looking, or not even high jump. We need gravity, or gravity is the main thing that we're looking for here for the most part. Ralex going for the CWJ here for some logic breaking. Looking good. Ooh! Looking fancy! Look at the schmoves. All right, what are we gonna get here? Anything good? Hey, Spospo! You got jebaited. You got jebaited. You got jebaited. You got jebaited. Looks like Techno accidentally did his super a little bit before Fantoon. It was supposed to die. If I can't check out the map for Ralex. Do we have access to anything good here? Punished with a slow. Okay. Oh, okay, this is looking decent. We have, yep, these are BPPs. Yep. Wow, that's a Fantoon kill is the only thing that allowed us to get these PBs. Now we're off to the races. You do not often see a Fantoon locked progression. And that was a hard Fantoon locked progression. You couldn't even do that with Crystal Flash because you didn't have access to PBs. I've definitely seen a bowling locked progression before. But few and far in between. With enough ammo, yes, but I don't think we had enough. I don't think we have access to enough ammo to allow that to have happened. Yeah, ammo balance could have bailed you out there, but I don't know if we had enough ammo available to us. I don't think we did. Looks like most of the ammo was locked. So could have been a bailout, but unfortunately not. It looks like Techno knew exactly where to go as well. Interesting. So we have speed and space. Okay, chat. Hear me out, chat. Hear me out. This came up in a recent hard seed. We can get up the left side of fish tank, although technically it would require a flatly, so I don't think that's progression. You would need ice for that to be progression, but we can break some logic here. We can definitely break some logic here by going up red key hunters. We could have gotten 2 majors here. That would have been a very, very insane play here. Ooh, I really want to know what those aqueduct majors are now to see how much that would have changed the game. If we ever see those aqueduct majors. Oh, it needs high jump? Oh. Darn it. Well. Okay, so I don't think we can get past. Can we... Is there a hero shot in left side of fish tank? So if there's a hero shot on the left side of fish tank, we could get... Oh, there's your high jump. We might be able to do like a hero shot on the left side of fish tank afterwards from Mission Impossible. That would be something else nutty to do, but there you go, there's your flatly that you can do. But that just gets you up fish tank anyways, so. Sorry. Nice high five between our runners. One going up, one going down. Okay, so it looks like Ralex is probably headed towards fish tank now. I can't surmise what else he would do. I mean, leaving behind 3 majors seems incredibly ridiculous. Yes, I mean, speaking of leaving the room, yesterday, the shine charge into fish tank required you to go in there 3 separate times. The first time required you to spark to the top left and then PB the door. Then you had to leave the room. You had to spark up there again to be able to freeze the fish and then go up the door. And then you got plasma up there, which required you to go down, go back up, speed, spark up again. Then you could kill the pirates so that you could springball jump to the top right. Oh man, it was quite an experience. It's the first time I've ever seen 3 separate sparks to go up one room. Ralex is taking a, I don't know if I'd say comfortable lead right now, but is definitely in the lead by, I don't know, about a minute or so. Fortunately for Techno, unfortunately for Ralex, it's pretty clear where you have to go after you get high jump boots. Bombs, useless. Spazer.
Best be.
Without ice, it is very risky to go get this major. We do have high jumps, so it's likely that this is progression. And since Spazer was filler, and I'm guessing bombs are likely filler too, that this progression is something good, like gravity. Spring ball is not what we're looking for. But spring ball could be to get up like Main Street. So it could be like actual progression. Potentially. Bombs aren't supposed to be filler, no. But they can be placed on a step where something else is also available. So both bombs and spring ball aren't both going to be for the same trick here. So bombs could be placed in essence to help with getting to wherever they need to go, and then spring ball is what they need to actually do for a trick. Most likely something of that sort. Although I do not believe with high jump you can get through the 3-tile water room, water hall, sand hall, or no, is that short charge on the that stutter short charge on the left there in aqueduct could get you up, or is that not enough space to get that charge up? I think you should have enough space for getting up there in logic. Otherwise, you need high jump and spring ball to get up the left side of aqueduct here. With literally just the door frame? Yeah. And hard tricky, I thought so. Race is pretty even so far. Ralex is ahead by, at this point, I'd say a minute and a half, 2 minutes. But still anybody's game. Okay. Well, there's our... Yep, there's where our spring ball's for. Getting up Main Street. Sometimes I astound myself with my absolute knowledge. And by that, I mean, who knows if that's actually what the game intends us to do, because there's so many things that we can still do. Oh, that's not where we want to be going, Ralex. Not the pit. Ralex, what you doing? Fumble, 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 fumble. Can we even make it out of here? I don't know if we can make it out of this. Yeah, underwater wall jump, break free, yeah. But otherwise, the spring ball jump is not going to get you out of here. You have to underwater wall jump. So it gets hit upwards. not unmorph at the spikes, so he gets hit upwards. Okay. So it looks like it's got to be like a max height spring ball jump, possibly. There we go. Woo! Very nice. That is a clutch moment right there. Let's get some claps and chat for that one. Very, very clutch. That, dare I say, that literally would have been the match had he not hit that. Because I don't know when the last time he saved. Yes, you could have IBJ'd after a spring ball jump. It's not that bad. It's not nearly as bad as it sounds. Considering that you had enough momentum to break free pretty easily with the spring ball jump. And let's see what we have for major. It's gravity! Assistance, kind of. I mean, it's kind of like a pseudo-gravity, maybe. Kind of not really. It's water movement. It's gravity at home. Do-it-yourself gravity, for sure. So, Techno opting to climb up Main Street a little bit here. This is not going to get him the map. Oh, he's getting baited. He's getting jebaited. Although it might connect. It might connect. It might connect to the top of ice gates, so it could be the proper way. This could be an easier way, or I guess it's not easier. This is definitely a harder way. Ralex picking up the worst beam in the game here. Unfortunate for Ralex. You know, sometimes it's just... you feel bad for the racers picking up the worst beam in the game. They went all this way just to pick up the worst beam in the game. Techno doing a quick pause and then finding out that, oopsies, I was actually supposed to go in the room that I've already seen, which was Coliseum. What was the point of C? That is a very good question. It's looking like not much at this point. Well, technically, we have Grapple, so Grapple could be for Everest, if we've seen Everest. We need to do Everest. Other than that, I don't think we saw really much there. Did we see reserve heavy? Reverse heavy. Sorry. So, I'd say Ralex is comfortably in the lead at the moment. The only thing that I could see possibly putting Techno somewhat back into this is if Techno just reset right now and left criteria altogether. Just to keep him somewhat there, but I don't know what his ammo would be and where exactly he would be at this moment. Unfortunately, he's not going to find gravity, which is probably what he's looking for here. As the yoinker pulls him into the spike. So, where are we headed now? Probably wreck ship. I think wreck ship is probably where we're looking for. Probably get a cross-room jump here, up crab shaft, or we're going back down to Meridia. I'm not entirely sure at the moment, but those are pretty much our only options. Oops. Need to put that somewhere else so that it stops falling over. Okay. So chat. What's your favorite type of ripper? I like the platform ripper. They're interesting. You have to think about, like, what kind of evolutionary benefits does having a platform on your head provide? Because there's got to be some reason it's there, right? How in the world did Ralex get that top block without getting the block below it? That takes some skill. Do a real quick Dragon here for Ralex. You know, somehow I don't think I've seen any Italian plumbers in this game. But I'm sure there may be one. This is a decent play by Ralex here. We have enough health to spare, so I think we're fine. So now the better question is a food the evolutionary or descent of the Namahe? Did it evolve to get rid of its eyes or to gain the eyes? Which came first, the chicken or the egg? Okay. Wreck ship has Kraid for us. And I think we're still looking for Ridley. Parallel evolutions of a common ancestor. Ooh, Eyes were too vulnerable to the heat. That sounds like a decent. Although some of the foons aren't in heat, because we have the ones in Firefly, right? We have the Firefly. Those foons aren't in heat, so what do they care? And don't we have aren't Namahes in the ice snakes room? Or those foons? Or is this like a convergent evolutionary thing where they're kind of like crabs? Or is that, or are we just doing parallel evolutions right here? The ice snakes are foons? Okay. Namahes are all in lower Norfair. Aren't the ones in Grapple are the ones in Grapple Tutorial foons or Namahes? The ones in Grapple Tutorial are foons. Right? What's the point of them not having eyes? How can mirrors be real if eyes aren't real? Bad. Spitting the truth out here. Why do they call it an oven when you oven the hot food out of I don't remember that. Something like that. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Okay, what else is here in Norfair? Nothing. You get nothing. Good day, sir. Wow, Norfair has absolutely nothing except like 2 majors in it. But we don't really care about those at this point. So it looks like Ralex is cruising on in. Only needs to find Ridley. And Ridley is not in criteria, not in Wreck Ship, and not in Norfair. I think we have the Meridia map, so it's not in Meridia. So then Turian or Brinstar, and I think we're in Brinstar. So yes, I like the charge gravity X-ray left. Yeah, you're definitely gonna get at least charge or gravity, so you're getting your movement or you're getting your damage. So a decent pickups all around, I guess, but unfortunately it's away from all the objectives. X-ray is our first pickup. Oof. That might be very appetizing for some people. However, X-ray is not needed at this point. Unfortunately. Womp, 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 womp. All I know is that our runners need to hurry it up because I need to be ready in time for 6 PM for Nito versus Nitro. And you need to be there, chat, to be there or be square. He's gonna X-ray climb Dokora when he has speed. I mean, heck, if that's what he wants to do, that's what he wants to do. Oh yeah, isn't Nito versus Nitro also on SpeedGaming? The main SpeedGaming channel? It is. Alright. We'll have to push him back a little bit. You'll be square? You call yourself SpongeBob SquarePants? Chat, if you could be any shape you wanted to be, literally any shape, what shape would you be? Getting wild with questions today. Kind of like dodecahedrons. They're kind of cool. Hexagons are the bestagons. So ooh, that's a very good choice, Lapter. Very good choice. Hexagons are the bestagons. If you solids count, I'd go with a dodecahedron too. Yep. Prism, rhombus. Nice, nice, nice. A tesseract. I don't want to look in another dimension. Dude, 3 dimensions is enough for me. I don't need more. Very nice double spring ball jump by technowaffle here. Ralex gets the map and sees Ridley right above him. And then he sees an Emma connector as well. So Ralex does not currently have a solution to Ridley. You better not try and fight him right now because you do not have the ammo. But we could possibly get enough ammo here. Oh yeah, words, but can dodecahedrons tile an infinite plane? I don't think so. When hexagons can. That's all I have to say about that. No, I guess it wouldn't be a plane, it'd be space. They can't tile infinite space, so they are inferior to hexagons. All I see is a massive pile of cope, so it was a pretty close race, all things considered. But Ralex is most likely going to take this, unless we have a very, very large blunder here. Where is Mother Brain? That is a good question, Roger. Wouldn't you like to know? Apparently it's in Meridia. Skipping E-tanks might go, yeah, an E-tank that would take literally 5 seconds to pick up and would save you the trouble. Yeah, that's a very questionable E-tank to skip, but you know. That was a very nice baby skip. Very nice kill by Ralex here. And that is it for Ridley. Say bye-bye, chat. Yeah, the only reason I would have taken that tank is in some weird worlds where you just want to tank the damage before Mother Brain and just be able to go in without having to farm. That tank is well worth what it's going to take to farm up 100 health. If you need it, just in case you want to get hit by you want to tank some ketchup. How much ammo does Ralex need? He needs quite a bit. So 40-30 is the minimum to kill Mother Brain. But in order, at this point, he's gonna need 2 missiles? Two things of missiles will be enough. Because that'll be 38, 32, and 38, 32 should be enough. Or 1 pack of supers should be enough, maybe. $35, $31 should be enough. Yeah, $35, $31 should be enough. I think 35 should be 31 should be enough. Yep, 35-31, because then you have the 36 projectiles to break the tank and do... Yeah, 35-31 should be enough. One missile or one super. Either way is good enough. I have no idea what you're talking about, Shift. Sorry, I do not follow pop culture these days. Isn't Ariana Grande, like, old news anyways? I know I'm gonna get a lot of flack for that one. Oh, God. I'm gonna be quite honest, chat. I stopped listening to, like, new music starting, like, 2013. I don't think I've listened to, like, any new music after that, really. Yeah. I am old news. Alright, Ralex about to get the bad news about Norfair here, and then I'll head into Meridia. I mean, I'll hear the occasional, like, if you've never heard Golden, then you're living underneath a rock, but, like, you know, most of the time I'm just like, yeah, whatever. I'll listen to the same songs that I've always loved. So Kraid and Dragon were in the same region. They were in Wreck Ship. So if Techno has the Wreck Ship map, then he's killed both Kraid and Dragon. Yeah, so Ralex. Ralex should have gotten Mother Brain. Right, chat, quick, Chris, escape timer. You get a metaphorical cookie if you win. I'm gonna say minute and 50 seconds. I don't know. I don't remember where ship is. I should be paying attention. I should be a good host. I should be a good commentator, but I'm not. And it is 2 minutes and 25 seconds. Anybody have that? No, we have no 2 minutes and 25 seconds. So nobody of you get a metaphorical cookie, but you do get a consolation prize. Chat, do you want to know what your consolation prize is? Your consolation prize is a Game 3 between Ralex and technowaffle. And I'd say that's just as good as a metaphorical cookie. Ralex, this isn't any percent. That doesn't do anything for you. I mean, Ralex did the key hunter manip! Oh my gosh! I appreciate you all, chat, for yapping with me and listening to my yap. It's much more fun with chat interacting. This is Yap Rando after all. Indeed it is. We have any yap emotes in chat? I don't know if I have a yap emote or a talk emote or anything like that. Anybody have a yap emote? Talk? No. We can do pop. Yeah, pop works. GG's to Ralex, taking game 2 in the best of 3, tying it up at 1-1. With an official time of 56 minutes on the dot. So chat, we're getting a game 3. Ooh, it's looking good. So everybody, maybe get up, stretch, use the bathroom, grab a drink, maybe get something to eat. But don't go too far, because we'll be back with a game 3 in just a few minutes. Welcome back, everybody! It's time for game 3 of our Ralex versus technowaffle best of 3 in the Super Metroid Map Rando Ammo Balanced Tournament. This is round 2. We're tied 1-1. Whoever takes this takes it all. Oh, this is gonna be exciting. Are you guys ready for this? Who's ready? Who's got some snacks? And what snacks you got? Starting off in a save room. Ooh, better take that save. Salmon and Gim? I think he might mean Jin. I don't know what Gim is. Be interesting if you have Jin with a lunch, but you never know. They're seaweed crisps. Gim. Oh, it's Korean. Okay. Yes. That makes sense. Alright, both of the runners get our wall jump. And they both get the screw attack. Nice. Very nice start. That is quite the time loss if you do not get that. So it's good to see that both players got it. And we are likely to find, who knows here? We could find gauntlets. We could find gauntlet. I feel like going through, Leodox wasn't the worst place here. This could definitely be what, screw attack is for. Yes, it's not Leodox. Sorry. I don't know why I said Leodox. This is just escape room. I don't know if we have a name for this room. It's just escape room 3 or something. Who knows? Who cares? And we get into Fire Fleet room. Okay. Can't do anything without Morpheer. Escape Snake. We find super missiles. Alright, back down to Fire Fleas. Ralex is very close on Techno's heels. Snake Escape. Snake Escape, man. We come up with the best names here. I still think Sleepy Robot is a masterclass, but you know. We find more supers. Okay, interesting, interesting, interesting. Batoon's Revenge. Ooh! Oh, Techno needs to be very, very careful. One hit, now and he's dead. Okay, nice. Nice deboost. Ralex makes the jump. Alright, and we just kind of head back now. Supers didn't really unlock anything for us, or, well, Supers does unlock something for us, but we didn't get anything extra here in Fire Fleas. We do have a couple of super doors that we can now go explore. Ralex is going up. Interesting. Were they not super doors that we had down below? Or are they just both going to save? Looks like we're getting another Creed warehouse entrance, whatever the heck this room is. For the second time today without Morph. Escape sandwich. Ooh! Out of logic, but definitely doable for both these racers. Very nice out of logic sequence break here. I'm very surprised that both of them checked up here before checking down below, but you know, whatever, I guess. Ooh, look at that. Synchronized. In sync. Baby bye 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 bye. Ralex choosing to go without healing. Interesting choice. Ooh. Ooh, careful, careful, Ralex. That's actually really bad that he lost his super. Better hope that there's some ammo down here. Does get some ammo here. All right, very nice that he gets the PBs too as well. I do not see us going for Fantoon here, especially since we only have 2 supers. We would need 5 in order to do Fantoon. Oh my god, is Techno going for Fantoon? Oh, Fantoon's upstairs. Sorry. Fantoon's upstairs. My bad. My bad, chat. So Ralex maybe getting something here. Oh, okay. Space Jump, not particularly the best major to have seen. But, Techno not getting to see the major is also a very, very bad. Yeah, DD is the one with permission to approve. So we're getting a classic word, the Divine Words. It had to be Morph Ball to put that in logic. Could have been Spring Ball. Spring Ball also put that in logic, or could have been Bombs. Actually, PB. Oh, no, it couldn't have been Spring Ball. It had to be. It had to be Space Jump. Yeah. You right. You right. Wait, no. No, it couldn't have been Space Jump. Because you needed Morph Ball to get that. Unless you went from the other side. So what would that have been? It was likely that you had to go through thread the needle, and then thread the needle would have got you to the other side of Gauntlet tank. So we're gonna see quite a long fight for both of these racers here. So, I mean, we could see a lead change here depending on fast, mids, or slows. That's a mid for Ralex. He literally can't go any faster than a 5-round here. All right, let's see what we get for Techno. Techno's 3rd round is a medium, is a mid. All right, now let's see what we get for Ralex. Great, not a slow. Is it a medium? It's a medium, okay. So I think we're pretty much tied up here in terms of the patterns here. All right, Techno, not getting a fast. Is it a mid? It's not a mid. Ooh, it's a slow. It's about a 10-second difference. No fast for Ralex. How about a mid? No mid. All right, slow for slow. So the only reason that this would... No, the screw attack was for... This wouldn't be logic unless this unlocked Sleepy Robot. But this is likely not what screw attack is for. Screw attack was I don't, but we're gonna have to look at the rooms, but yeah. The only reason that this would what is this for? Oh, screw attack is, and screw attack space jump is gonna get us to the top of screw attack room. That would logically be our progression, probably. Yep. That's gonna get us into Big Pink. That's our progression. But technically... I don't know. Yeah, I think it's just to get into Big Pink here. Because... I mean, technically you could also do that with, power bombs, but... I don't know what purpose screw serves necessarily. If at all. Other than this right here. Yeah, I think with only a tank, screw is probably what you need for screw attack room. That, or it's required to break the blocks in Big Pink, or make you use less power bombs somehow, some way or another. Because I think technically they only have one PB at this point. So in order to use less power bombs, you would need to have screw attack. Alright, we have, yeah, a bunch of more power bomb locked stuff here that we can go check out. Hello, Mother Brain. That is good information. Man, do we need some power bombs, though, at this point. Do we have any good farms here? I don't know if we do. Ralex, no, stop. Ralex, stop. No. You need a lot more PBs for this. What in the heck was that? Wait. Waffle's not Techno? Why didn't he pick up... Hello? Am I? Did he just not pick up whatever was up there? Why didn't he pick up this X? I'm confused. Did he not have enough health or something? Didn't want to waste the PB? I mean, I guess so? But whatever X you pick up is going to give you a PB no matter what. He did blow the stat. Yeah, the statue was already blown up. He just decided not to get it. That's a puzzling one. It's definitely a mistake. With a couple of pre-jumps, you only used up like 20 HP there at max. If he had 40 HP, you can do that with 11, but it requires a few jumps there. So maybe he just didn't think he had enough health, which it was very close to not having enough health. I still think you attempt, but yeah, you have to dodge the spikes too. They would one-shot you, the spikes on the way up. But that is definitely, I wouldn't say necessarily a mistake. It's definitely, not dying is definitely the better play. Not dying is definitely the better play. He's going to be down a little bit of damage now. Ralex already in a very comfortable position now with ammo. Getting pretty close to end of game damage. This is risky. I don't think he got that. Yeah. This is a tough short charge. Yeah. All right. That is a very, very heavy punish. Elevator CF. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. Surely Techno has to have high jump here. Oh, sniped. Techno taking the L. See if he heads back up. I doubt it. He does? Okay. Oh, yeah, but he's just gonna go down this time instead of going up. Yeah, makes sense. Alex is taking a lot of, second decisions, right? He's not making a choice and staying with it. Which is kind of what you need to do at this level. No way Techno goes for this again. If Techno gets the short charge, he gets the map, likely. But... Techno, oh my god. Right? Okay, he makes it across. He's gonna get the map. Is it worth it? Is it worth it? We see a major. Oh, we see. We can do this. We can do this Dragon and get out with a grapple jump. This is very. I want to say you can't turn around here. That's Techno. I don't think you can turn around. But this also... You can also just straight up jump through with what you have. So this is a very good play, not leaving Dragon behind. I don't think I would grapple kill Dre here at all. I'm more concerned with the amount of health he's gonna have going through the 4 tile, and how many hits he might take than the actual being able to do it. Yeah, drops are definitely gonna help here. Hitless is reasonable. I'm just a little scared for his HP. Oh, that is... What's he gonna choose to do? He's gonna choose to go back through the sand hole with 0 supers, which is not a good idea. To be this low. Alright. And he makes it back. Alright, so... Techno, now in the lead. Switch to his audio. Alrighty. Ralex deciding what to do here. He's gonna go do Dre. with 40 HP. Oh, yeah. Ralex, please. The double shot from the turrets with the snipe, man. Ouch, that stinks. That's a snipe. That is a snipe. That is a very, very unfortunate snipe. Without high jump boots, oh, that is a bad omen. Yeah, you cannot go back for Dragon at that point. You have to find a better way, but you can't go too far, is the thing. Oh, it's the same zone as MB? Okay. No, it's not. MB is in B. And C is Dre. So it's not too far from the brain, which is the good thing. But isn't Dre C? Didn't they just go to C? Or am I blind? I'm blind. Okay, I'm blind. Happens all the time. They went to the W map. That they did. Colors, zones, regions, eyeballs. One of those things I have. Let you figure out which. So, technowaffle now sitting very, very, very comfortably in the lead, especially with this Varia pickup. That is very, very bad for Ralex. There's no more, like, wow. With the amount of water movement that we have, and now the defensive capabilities and heat protection that Varia provides, Techno is just gonna start blazing through the seed. Even if Ralex gets that, I think Techno is sitting a solid 5 or 6 minutes in the lead here. Techno is very, very comfortable with his position. A couple of majors. We see a couple of majors. We see like 4 or 5 majors here, which is very significant. This is just redonkulous, if I must say. See what we find. We find Spring Bowl. Okay, luxury. Don't really need that. What other goodies are we going to find? We still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 majors left to find. And I believe we have another 3 or 4 in this one zone. We do kind of need it for some water rooms. That's plasma. Okay, plasma would be a good pickup. Though not incredibly necessary right now, sitting at 2424. Charge is the bigger problem right now. Ralex went into criteria. I mean, we do know that there are no bosses down here in Turian. So, Ralex is out. Is that literally everything else is here and that he can do it? He gets enough tanks on the way to Ridley. Kind of looking like the only way out. Jeez, man. Gravity is here. Speak of it and it appears. Baby seed, baby seed, baby seed. So, jeez, I do. Does Techno go for plasma here? I don't think you go for plasma here. That's another loop that you don't need. Oh no, never mind. It's right here. Sorry, it's not a loop. You just go up. Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? Because I don't. I still don't see how this is gonna end well for Ralex. So how many regions do we have left? I think C's the only unexplored region? Yes, no, maybe so? Was Norfair? Or did we just come from Norfair? No. I don't know if we've explored Norfair. All I can tell you is that I don't think Ralex is going to be happy with his performance in Game 3. A little surprised to see Techno go down here when the map was so high up. Feels to me like he probably would have wanted to go to the top of Main Street, because it probably looped to the left towards the map. If I had to guess, and it does. I don't know. He looks at the map for so little. I need to rerun the broadcast a little bit so that I can actually see what the heck's going on. Okay. This map. I didn't see what the full map was. Did we get to the map? I'm doing like 5 different things at once right now. Ralex, can you pause for more than 0.2 seconds at a time? Oh my god, man. Yeah, that would be nice. Alright, Ralex is getting this map, anything good here, though. I don't remember if there's too much more in Turian, except for, like, all the freaking majors. Just all the freaking majors that you can grab, that you want. But he's going to be just following Techno. Although Techno still has not made it to the map. As far as yeah. Chat, is Techno going the right way to the map? I don't know. He is now? Okay. Yeah. Yeah, it's through Wasteland. Yeah, that's what I figured. Yeah, I was really surprised when he didn't go this way. So Techno is losing a bunch of time here. And there are no more bosses in C, right? Am I getting that correct? C was empty? Yeah, so Norfair is the only region left? I mean, this is kind of tying things a little bit back up, right? Yeah, I think Techno reverts all of C here. Yeah, absolutely. Make a break for N. I believe N is the last unexplored region. We've definitely seen... We've seen Turian, we've seen Wreckship, we've seen Criteria. I believe we've seen Brinstar. So Meridian Norfair? God, seeds are blinding to freaking seed bleed, man. It's only gonna get worse because I have to do 3 more seeds. Our bracers are in the same room. Just like that. Can you mark Dre down for ralex username, please? Luna? Thank you, thank you. Oh yeah, sorry. Ralex does not kill Dragon. That is my fault. Thank you, Lopter. My bad. I forgot that he died to turret and didn't go back. So we're not tied back up. Techno still has a pretty decent lead. Dragon has killed Ralex, though. That is true. Well, why haven't you marked Ridley for either of the racers, then? I swear, dude. These trackers... Such... amateurs. To take to get some good help around here. I'm not talking to Luna. Alright, so Techno sitting with a, I don't know, 3 to 4 minute lead here? Looking like something around there. Ralex gonna get poked in the behind? Nope. Managed to wiggle out beforehand. No butt poking. We see the Meridian map here for Techno, and we see Kraid and Ridley. The last 2 bosses, and we know where Mother Brain is. And have we seen Ship? Surely we've seen ship. Hmm? Yeah, we've seen ship. Right? Right. Ship Schmip. Yeah, even if we haven't, then we're just blind into Norfair and find it. Won't be a problem. Very nice quick kill by Techno. On to Riddlers. Oh, charge for Techno. And I would have to assume that Ralex probably also has charge, considering that they've been the exact same place. If I had to guess. Ralex skipped charge. Okay. %, correct tracking, right? Hey, that's it's better than that one umpire's tracking, calling pitches and strikes. Angel. I think Angel's the guy's name. Better than him. He sucks. Or is it not Angel? Is it the other guy? I don't know. All I know is the umpires in baseball suck. I don't watch baseball. I don't know, there's that one guy who, like, absolutely sucks. And, like, in the first 2 innings, like, 5 of his pitches, or whatever, were just completely wrong. And he got called out for it. I don't watch baseball. I only watch John Boy sometimes. Baseball's boring. Hockey's the true sport. What other sport can just beat the crap out of people and not get punished for, other than literally MMA? light punishment. Safe beating each other up, because MMA is not safe in the slightest. Anyways, chat, you know what time it is. It is time to guess the escape timer. Ship is in... I don't know. I can't remember. I'm gonna guess it is 1 minute and 40. I don't know. It's a safe bet, I think. Remember, get your guesses in, or no metaphorical cookie for you. Ship is in Norfair. Okay, that's pretty far away. That 1 minute 40 is not gonna cut that. 2:15. Oh yeah, ship's right here. Aw, thanks, Ralex. Two minutes on the dot. Anybody get 2 minutes on the dot? No, no 2 minutes on the dot. Womp, womp, womp. But I can get you guys a consolation prize. Do you want what the consolation prize is? A game 1 between Nito versus Nitro. Why? That's gonna be tough to commentate. I disagree. I will never get Nito and Nitro's name mixed up in the entirety of that series. Surely not. Techno having to blind Norfair here. I mean, a couple of failed escapes here could definitely change things up. Chat, which direction do we have to go to get in a ship? It was like down then east. Alright. It can't be the bottom door. It can't be the bottom door. Why you oh, this map here. Okay. Oh, does he make it with 15 seconds? I don't think so. Definitely not now. You have to reset. There's no way you make it with 10 seconds left. Unfortunately, fortunately, he still has plenty of time. Bot to an E-Tank on the way to ship? Nah. Surely not. Never seen that in my life. We do get to hear the absolute banger that is the escape sequence again, though, for 2 more minutes. Guys, I don't think I've ever done a Gamba on SpeedGaming channel. 158,000 points. Alright, Game 3 between technowaffle and ralex. Technowaffle coming out on top with an official race time of 47 minutes and 14 seconds. Get some GGs in chat between the two. We'll hopefully get both of them here in for some commentary. And then hopefully we will get Nito and Nitro on real quick. I suppose I could unforfeit him so that we have something to listen to, but hopefully we get them in here quick because we don't have a whole lot of time until the next match. GG's.
Yo, GG.
I must say, I don't know. I was gonna say it was looking a little bit interesting for both of you, but I don't know if you played that poorly this one. I must say, Ralex definitely did not have the most fun of times. We'll get Ralex in here real quick. GG's, Ralex.
Yo.
Oh, great. Hold on. I can't hear anyone. Okay, there we go.
Yeah, did a great job for trying to make a comeback. Unfortunately, the early miss on high jump in the 2 to Dragon was definitely the nail in the coffin.
I thought I saved after high jump and everything. That's just unfortunate.
Yeah.
Oh damn. So what happened with? When did you do Dre?
Well, I was gonna do Dre right after the map. I had 80 health, so I wanted to go up to Dre, kill the turrets, and then Crystal Flash, and then I just died to a turret.
Oh.
The turret shot twice. We dodged the first one, and then the second one just sniped them.
That's unfortunate. Yeah.
I thought I saved
to kill
after high jump grapple, but I didn't.
Which ones? High jump grapple
Isn't
were.
wreck ship.
Oh, on with Meaty Boys, the big hoppers, the Turian ones on the left side of Big Pink. Yeah.
Oh, you got charge? Must be nice.
Dude, if you knew what it took to get charge.
Was in criteria?
Yeah, so you went all zones. So you got the C map as well, right?
Yes.
So that I actually went down. I sparked up I went T first, so I had Grav and Spring and stuff, and Plasma. But I took the save at the bottom, and I sparked up. I was like, you know what? This probably doesn't connect. I'm going to go down. So I go down, I run through Leodox, and I go through all this, whatever's going on, and Shaktol and stuff. And then, oh, there's charge. That's handy. So
Did you continue left?
Yeah, I went through, and then I got dead-ended by BT, so I kept charge and came back. And then I got the map useless, so then I went all the way back to Meridia and got those finished off. But I didn't peek N. I think that's I was thinking about going down Impala to see where the end map could be. And if I did, obviously I would have moonfall down, got the map, and known where the ship is, and it would have saved minutes. But I chose no. I'm just gonna go straight back, and I was scared. I had no idea where you were in the race, so I actually skipped the save post Kraid and Ridley, which meant if I died to Mother
That's
Brain
fine.
at all, then that would have put me back to.
No, I feel like you
know
had
where.
enough ammo to like not worry about that.
Oh yeah, I mean, I would only have to pick up like a few bits and pieces, but no, I was chilling. I think I had 3+2 or something at the end of it all, tank wise. Not sure where you were at.
I was 3+1, I believe. Yeah,
Because did
I was 3 plus
you?
1.
Whereabouts did you get your tanks from? I assume the reserve was up the morph room elevator near Dre.
Yeah, I got 2. So actually, what I did first before getting high jump grapple was I went indirect ship because my last save was before I super killed Fantoon, and I didn't want to
Same,
risk the hoppers. So I went up. I tried doing the short charge to get the map early, but I kept failing it. So then I bailed, went down, got the 2 tanks. Then I went back, grabbed high jump grapple. Then after high jump grapple, got the map, died to Dre, had to redo all that. It was fun.
Yeah,
I also
'cause
went
I
to
think I
Criteria
didn't-
before
Torian?
Torian, which was
Oh yeah.
I didn't see the save in Plasma Spark. If I saw that, I would have gone Torian, and yeah, that was bad on my part.
Yeah,
but
I don't know, because I saw the save, so I knew it was a 50-50 between them, and I was thinking Criteria's closer to the way out. I'm thinking I'd just do T first. That could connect down somehow, even though I knew it wouldn't because of where Bryn is, but I was like, oh, maybe it loops around to Meridia or Norfair somehow, but yeah, no.
yeah, no way.
Yeah, I did keep the stuff in T.
Yeah, I kept all of that. I didn't pivot save at the bottom of Main Street, so my save was at the top of Croc Speedway when I reverted out of the C map, which is still in C. So I lost a bit of time there, and keep in mind I don't have gravity, so I had a UWJ up or Main Street.
Yeah, I was
slightly slower.
When I was going through Main Street, I was like, I hope if Ralex gets here that he did not go T first and he's UWJing this because Spring's also in T. I was like, please. Which I guess came true. I feel kind of bad.
Though I didn't go down. So I had that on you.
Oh yeah.
So
I managed to get a
after
cool spark, so it wasn't too slow, but like it is just a bit of an annoying trick.
So after I killed Kraid, I couldn't really figure out a refill, and I think I would have had to power bomb Ridley, which I didn't want to do that. So I went to Norfair through Climb, which actually ended up working out. But I made some errors. Like I went all the way to the ship to refill, and I think it would have been faster to refill at RNG pit, Batuni tank.
Yeah. Did you have
So-
ice?
Yes.
You could have just went up and did the clip or whatever up top here.
Yeah,
the full
but
refill.
I think that still would have been slower than RNG pit.
Did you have grab at this point?
I had like 20 supers. Yes, I did have grav.
Oh yeah, that makes more. Yeah, then RNG bit's fine. For some reason, I was under the assumption you didn't. I was like, that doesn't make sense otherwise. But yeah, did you go for this major or were you?
Bombs?
There's not much point unless it's charge, I guess. But I feel like with how everything, I actually kind of doubted myself when I picked up charge. I was like, ooh, charge, nice. But I thought it's big pink, where Mother Brain is. So the refill itself isn't horrible, but I know it is slow, and I couldn't really recall a good farming room. I guess like fast rippers and mini crate over here I can see, but other than that, I was like, I don't really want to have to farm a bunch, so I was like, I'm going to keep charge, just because I had full beam at that point as well. But
Yeah,
that
I think I
refill
played the
seems really
early
awkward.
game really well. Did you get morph before space?
Yes.
Okay.
With Screw, I was a bit concerned we had to go up to the next door in Screw Attack Room, but I just took supers, went down, got the second super pack, resaved, and then Morph was there, and I was like, oh, nice. So I grab Morph,
Mhm.
get the tank, I see it's Fantoon, and then you just get PBs down there, and then loop, super kill Fantoon. I got a lot of right mids. I don't think I got a single fast in that fight,
I
which
think I
is
got
silly.
fast, mid, slow.
Jeez,
So
no, I don't know. I think I definitely got a right slow at some point. I think it was right mid, right slow at part of it. I don't know what the first one was. Possibly a slow as well. But pretty. It's weird because we've had Mother Brain connected to that door of Big Pink in 2 of these seeds, and we've had Have we had Fantoon at West Ocean all 3?
oh, and we had speed in bowling twice.
Which
I
is
don't know if you noticed
yeah,
that.
yeah. I like there were so many moments in this where I was like, "Are we sure this is a different? Like, is this not the same seed as before?" But it's like the little things, like with Morph being in GT. I'm like, well, yeah, there's no way, but it's just so strange that that there's so many like overlaps in these ones specifically, because I feel like it never happens in like normal races and stuff. It's purely just in these tournament ones, just the same thing over and over. Inertia's rigging the matches, that's my guess.
Oh,
Rigging the seeds even.
the second game, I had to do a max height spring ball jump in Coliseum because I messed that up.
Oh,
I
I
didn't even,
did see you say that.
it was I didn't even know it worked because I think the spikes are 1 tile higher than the other ones. Or you're going from the sand pit. Yeah. So I didn't even know that worked. I think it took me like a minute. I felt really bad because if I had to revert that, I think my last save was before high jump.
You also
So
had
yeah,
underwater wall jump break free, but
okay. I don't play on a hitbox.
Oh, we had
so.
space though, right?
yeah,
Oh, we did.
So, yeah.
yeah. That's why I was like, yeah, he gets break free.
Yeah, I was kind of concerned because I didn't. My main issue was when I first entered Coliseum, I was like, dang, I can't get across here because I don't have grapple or anything or grab. Well, guess I'm turning around, and I went through like Gauntlet or whatever was above, and then on the way back I realized, oh, I have space. So I went across and I ended up getting grapple and plasma, and on the way back I did. I I'm pretty sure I charged a spark, and then I activated it to do full Harvey, and then I bonked on like the closest platform on the right side, and then I fell down and had to grapple my way out. I could have UWJ'd if I needed to, but luckily I did have grapple to make it a bit easier. I did fail a bunch though, actually. It was probably the worst Coliseum I've done in my life. But yeah, no, it's some of these like zones have just been terrible.
These have been
Absolutely
weird
terrible.
seeds. Who got
And-
power bombs first on the second seed?
You did.
Okay. I think I had last
Yeah,
location.
I delayed getting Fantoon. I went everywhere. I found Norfair. I saw the map was right there, but we didn't have any bombs at that point, so I was like, oh, great. And I kept thinking, for whatever reason, to get to the map, I had to go through the little morph tunnel at the top of West Ocean. And I was like, well, I don't have bombs. Like, if I was going right to left, I can do the D boost or whatever, but I can't fight Fantoon unless I do that. So I was going around, really confused. And then after I looked at everything, I was like, I can't go anywhere. What am I doing? And I looked, Fantoon's there, and then I realized, wait, I've seen the room that connects to the map. I can just fight Fantoon, and then I'm able to get whatever items at the bottom in the conveyor belt room. I was like,
Mhm.
oh, dude. It was a massive overlook on my part. I just completely, I was so in my head about it being, like the top of West Ocean locked behind there or something. But no, it was accessible, and I wasted so much time.
And then, real quick before, because we got to move on to Nito versus Nitro,
Yeah.
but
Oh yeah.
game one, unfortunately, Techno did a little bit of a logic break, and both majors that you needed to get up into criteria were up
Lava dive. Crocs.
lava dive,
Or-
both
yeah.
high jump and gravity were
Yeah.
just on the other side. Unfortunate.
And it's really hard to blind that, especially with the map.
Yeah.
Being like
Yeah,
behind
I think
what
that's the
Main Street
luckiest
is
I've ever
tank.
done a race. Is to blind all those consecutive zones and then commit to C, which has all the bosses and Varia. Incredibly lucky.
After
race.
Meridia, after I got the M map, I went back for the major in Norfair because I thought it had to be gravity or high jump. The one behind Leah
Yeah.
Docks at the start.
Yeah, I realized that spring doesn't get us there, so it's filler. I assume it was like Spazer or something, or X-ray, or
It was X-ray, but that was my
Yeah.
that was the last check before lava dive.
Yeah.
No suits, and I'm surprised that was in logic. But
it is interesting. I don't know how many tanks it takes, but yeah, weird.
GG's. We'll probably talk
Well,
more
GG.
after this.
Yeah.
GG's to both our racers. Go ahead, follow our racers. Already did our exclamation point R and exclamation point C. Follow me and Luna. But that'll be it from us for this match today. We're about to head on to Nito versus Nitro. Don't go anywhere because we're staying right here for the next match.